Big Finish. Ladies and gentlemen, come on down from St. Louis, Missouri, George Gray on the McGraw Show on the Big 550 KTRS. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a St. Louisan, and he's a big fan of the show. And, of course, you see him every weekday morning on The Price is Right. George Gray, welcome back to the show, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me here, guys.
So you worked your 2 days last year, and now you're hanging out. Right? You filmed your 700 shows in 25 minutes. And
No. We shoot 2 a day, Monday through Wednesday, 2 a day, and then we have like little hiatuses, like which are 10 days,
right.
which I'm on one right now.
Okay.
So I got on a jet plane as soon as we were done. We finished Wednesday, I got on Thursday, and came out here to be here for the playoffs.
And you're you know they're playing in Chicago, though.
I am aware of this. Trying to trick me up this early in the morning. Oh, you can't get me. We actually were down at Ballpark Village last night, screaming at the TV. I highly recommend that. That's great.
Screaming at the TV?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fun because, you're with an entire group of people that are either joyous or commiserating, as we were.
Now, you've got...
a little red thing here, too, a little card.
Yeah, well, when I'm not working, I call it my unemployment soul patch. And since I'm down this week, I started growing it and had it red for I went to games 1 and 2, so I had it red.
Now, you've got friends and family in town, and you come back all the time, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So when you're walking in Ballpark Village, minding your own business, do people stop you and say, hey, are you on The Price is Right?
It's weird. Some people do, some people don't.
Like a double take? Like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. I know him.
Well, it's sort of out of context.
Right.
Yeah, but some people recognize me instantly, and other people have no idea, and that's fine. I mean, everybody's awesome. Everybody's great.
Right.
Best time.
You have really embraced your gig with The Price is Right. I mean, you live it, you love it. It's just part of who you are.
I get to make people freak out and pee their pants for a living. Are you kidding me? That's the best gig ever.
Did you start off as a comedian?
You know what? Yeah, when I was a little kid, I was doing a lot of extra work in films. My mom was a casting director, and whenever they needed kids, they're hard to get because they have to get out of school and have parental guidance. My mom was on set, so it was like I got to get out of school, and it was just a con job for me to make money for Atari cartridges.
Sure.
If you're old enough out there, you know what I'm talking about. And it wasn't until I was in the beginning of college I did a film called Can't Buy Me Love.
You were in Can't Buy Me Love?
Yes,
really?
Yes.
Who were you in Can't Buy Me Love?
It's too sexy. It's too
Wait
sexy.
a minute. Were you one of the dancers?
No.
One of the African dancers?
No. That makes you a prostitute. I was Bobby. I was Bobby Hilton, her boyfriend. The big boyfriend who played football.
No, you were not.
I was Bobby.
No, you weren't.
It's terrible. My Sean Cassidy hairdo.
Were you really?
Oh my gosh.
My painted on tight gray jeans.
Were you really the football player? No, were you really?
It's not on my resume. You'll never find it.
Holy mackerel! She just died.
I know. That's terrible.
Right.
Yeah,
She
terrible.
did.
Amanda Peterson.
Peterson. And I hadn't seen her since we did the film.
Yeah.
And I actually have my mom at our house in Tucson has the cutout in the film. She closes her door and there's a 6 foot tall cutout of Bobby playing football, and we have that. And so people have posed next to it. It's hilarious. And I actually have some memorabilia from the film that's photographs of her in cheerleading poses and stuff that they took on the set, and I wound up with them. I don't know how.
Wow. Also,
I don't know how, and so I want to get him. I'm going to get him to her family at some point.
Sure, yeah.
I figure when the melee.
Patrick Dempsey
Yes.
was in that movie. That was a pretty good movie. That was a pretty good.
It was a great movie, except for me.
Well, you were off playing football in college. That was
terrible.
all right. So the $64,000 question,
Yes.
George Gray, voice of The Price is Right.
Yes.
How does one get picked to come on down on The Price is Right?
Drew and I always say that we have nothing to do with it, because if we did, we would be incredibly bribable, and it would be nothing but chicks on the show.
Yes.
It's a new hot tub.
Okay, that's
and some wine coolers.
That's what you tell people, but what's the real story?
No, that's it. We don't have anything to do with it. I'd say the biggest tip, if you go out to see the show sometime, when you're outside in that line, that's when you're selling shoes. That's when you are working your magic. When they come up to you and say, hey, so what's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here? Man, man, that you just shine, baby, shine like a star, baby.
So you just the bigger, the better. The more boastful, the more.
Well, if you think because a lot of people are thinking when I get inside, then that's when I'll have a lot of energy. No,
Right.
they're looking at you from the second you walk up there, and if they say, "So, are you happy to be here?"
Of course I am. It's fun to be here today.
Right.
Right.
They're
You
gonna
don't want
go-
a low energy person on stage.
Yeah, they didn't tell me this, but I just from looking at it, I would say they don't want phony. Because even when you watch at home, you can see somebody that's just fake amped up, and you just instantly just don't like them.
Right.
But when somebody's just joyous and losing their mind, and you can tell this is the greatest thing ever, it's great. You know, we all have terrible days and bad problems.
Right,
and they're
right,
not
right.
thinking about any of those things right
Right,
now.
yeah.
They're looking at that Broy Hill couch.
Also, Barker's Beauties, but
Yes.
there also are men now too, right? Don't you have men models?
Well, Barker's Beauties was I think the name, you know, when Bob
Right,
was on the
right,
show.
right.
And
I guess Carrie's Beauties now.
no, now you know what? Now it's awesome. Is now it's Manuela, it's Rachel, it's Gwendolyn, it's Amber, and now it's Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go. God
James
love him.
Jimmy.
O'Halloran. Any excuse they can get to get his shirt off or get him like in some tight shorts. Like we even laugh in the morning meetings. Okay, James will be with the washer and dryer. Yeah, has his shirt off.
Washing his clothes.
Hey, we know our audience.
The initial showcase.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I love it when the one guy or the one person bids $1.
On the actual showcase, the final showcase?
No, the first showcase, the first one to get you up.
The one bids, yeah.
I love those because it's the closest without going over.
Sure.
Right. So you bid $1, everyone else is too high.
See, what I like is when somebody, like if somebody says, I'll bid 500, and they're the first one to bid, the second person says 501.
I hate
Like,
that.
don't you realize there's two other people after you?
Yes.
You are not even trying now.
That drives me crazy.
And so what's the best is when they say 501 and the next person goes 502. And then the fourth one, you could just say like a DJ dropping the mic, 503, bam!
Has there ever been somebody who was picked first on the first four and never got up on stage?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
They just
So they spend
stand
all
there
show-
the
Yeah.
whole time.
Wow.
Just weathering the storm.
All right.
Trying high, trying low. But we have we always give them a little consolation something.
Yeah, the Price is Right home game.
No, it's better than that. But the truth is
What's better than the Price is Right home game?
I don't know. Most people love just being called on down.
Right.
Like, most people would pay $20 to drop a Plinko chip.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is George Gray, voice of The Price is Right. Anything we need to plug?
Yes, this is extremely important. The Cardinals need to win tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They will with that hat you're wearing.
George Gray. Always a pleasure, my friend. Be safe.
Hey, thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
857 KTRS.